Diana, you're chasing a story about cats and an untimely death for a few of the animals in New York. What do you got?
That's right. Keep an eye on your pets because they could end up dead if you live in Brooklyn. A dog walker in Bay Ridge tells me there's a rumor going around that our furry friends, specifically cats, are getting poisoned. The suspects are said to be tainting food that animal lovers leave out for the stray, reportedly killing at least 3 cats and dozens of birds over the last few months. So I chased this southwest of Bay Ridge, Shore Road and 90th Street, the so-called poisoning hotspot. And as you can imagine, locals are on edge.
There's always a bunch of sickos out there that don't like pets and always leaving stuff around their property, you know, because they don't want dogs peeing or pooping around there.
Now, locals say they've called the cops and there's still no word on who is leaving out this poison food. But in the meantime, keep an eye on your pets, and if they show signs of being weak or very thirsty, well, they could be poisoned.
They're not necessarily pets, they're stray cats, right? So it's not like somebody has a pet cat that's a part of the family and someone is poisoning the cat. These are stray cats, of which there are literally tens of thousands roaming around New York, spreading all kinds of God knows what. So aren't these people just doing the citizens of New York a favor by reducing the feral cat population? Take your time.
Is it frozen?
Yes, now you're good. Go.
Okay. So, you know, the scary part is that this is a very busy walkway. People who own dogs and have cats that are their pets could be subject to these poisonings. So that's a scary part. Yes, are stray cats an issue? I'm sure. But, you know, you could be killing somebody's pet.
People have been leaving like shards of glass and poisoning around like bird seed and stuff like that mostly on Shore Road.
Okay.
And then recently I've heard about raw meat being left around on the streets.
Also, what psychopath poisons cats? Like, just don't do that. That's not cool. If you want to limit the number of feral cats, you scoop them up, you put them to sleep for a minute, and then you fix them. You know, take out their whatever.
Put them to sleep.
And then you.
There are tens of thousands of them running amok. When you feed the cat, they stay.
How about you throw them in a big burlap sack and toss them into the river and call it a day?
Oh my sweet Jesus!
You know,
it's
been discussed.
Poison the cats, but the problem is that these cats, they crawl into engines overnight when it's
stay
cold.
warm.
Yeah, and we've done
get rid of the
stories on
cats. It's
finding
enough.
cats in engines, and so one of the big problems is that these feral cats, they go in and then they die in your car and then they smell, and so maybe that's causing angry residents.
And it's got to be unsanitary. I mean, I don't know what kind of diseases cats carry, but it's a disgusting problem. There are millions of feral cats across the country. There are tens of thousands in New York. Somebody's got to do something. It took the citizens of New York to rise up and say, we've had enough.
Start poisoning them all.
Bill, why are you hating on cats? Dogs can be just as disgusting.
You don't have the same, they don't reproduce in the same way.
Oh,
there aren't
please.
the same number of stray dogs in New York
That's
at
an old
all.
wives' tale.
No, it's true. There are cats everywhere. They're like rats.
Whatever issue you may have with the cats, this is not an acceptable solution because you have some weird psycho person who enjoys like killing things, doing this, right? That's the problem.
A valid point.
Right? That's
A
what's
valid
wrong.
point. All right. Was that sufficiently offensive? All right, let's.